Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
Young being a boxer.
That's all right.
You know Freeway Rick Ross? The real Rick Ross?
Yeah, Rick Ross?
Yeah, that's my manager. The real Rick Ross. You know the real Rick Ross?
You talking about the gangster?
Yeah, that's my manager.
For real?
Yeah, he right there. The real Rick Ross. You ain't seen him?
Let's go to Rick Ross.
The real Rick Ross.
I'm good.
You the real Ricky Rozay?
You're Ross.
Yeah.
Ross. Rozay sound gay.
Rozay sound gay?
To me?
You talking about the rapper?
Rozay, baby.
Oh, you ain't messing with that.
That sound gay.
You don't own no wing stops, right?
No.
This the real Rick Ross right here,
And
y'all.
I ain't fat either. Look.
Oh, my man ready for it.
No, I ain't fat.
Oh, yeah, that's all
What's up,
right.
Y'all screaming right now?
Who you got tonight? Yeah, we on there.
Wow. Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. This here came out and it's been going down ever since this incident right here happened, where Freeway was sitting with talking to some young boys. One of the fighters, actually one of the guys, I know his fighter, but what happened was he was telling who his manager was, which is Freeway Rick, and the other kid, the kid that he was talking to, thought he was talking about Ricky Rozay. And he said, no, I'm talking about the real Rick Ross. So this here pretty much caused a stir for Rozay, because he said Rozay sound gay. And then he turns around and also says, I'm not fat, and he raises his shirt up. And I just want to talk. OG PIRU, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm dead on it.
What? I mean, I know you've seen the video, and it's circulating like crazy, man. And actually, Source posted it today as well, and it's circulating on the internet right now. I've been doing it for a day or so. Like, and we know Freeway Rick. I've been in the room with Rozay, but I never talked to him. Just give me an understanding of what you see here, and do you feel like Freeway Rick was wrong or right for saying what he said?
He stood on what the youngsters say. He stood on business. He's Freeway Ricky Ross. He's not Rozay. Rozay sounds gay, and I ain't fat. So I mean, when you steal somebody's name and then try to reverse it and have a name supplement, why did you pick Ricky Rozay? That sound queer. So I mean, and he can't get mad because, man, I wouldn't want nobody to call me Ayatollahs. No, that ain't the name. I'm not Ayatollahs. I'm Ayatollah. So we have to make it. Everybody has been getting confused and even allowed this to happen. So Rick finally has to stand on with no, don't get me confused with somebody else, because it's just like I look at it at the metaphor when you talk about Malcolm X, right?
Right.
Everybody knows Malcolm X. When you say Malcolm X, you have to think of the Nation of Islam, right?
Right.
But if you tell most people Malik El-Haj Shabazz, they wouldn't know who you're talking about, huh?
That's right.
But that was Malcolm's name when he left the Nation of Islam. So why don't the media, why don't the public call him in the name that he chose, Malik El-Haj Shabazz? Because the only way that you can get world attention is calling Malcolm X, and it attracts to the Nation of Islam. The only way Fat Boy can get any attention, he has to be attached to Ricky Ross.
Wow. I just... this has been going on for a while. I've interviewed Freeway, I want to say maybe 5 times, and every time, I always ask him an update on this, because I know this is a big issue, because these boys, he's steadily growing his brand. Rozay is steadily trying to push his brand. They both using the name Rick, and it's a sticky situation. I think when you look at it, it's a thing where I hadn't seen Rick Ross speaking out on it until now. I think he hadn't been messing with this, but now he's come out the woodworks, and I believe it's because he felt offended in the fact of him saying Rozay, which is his brand, where he uses for his distribution of his wine and liquor, whatever. It's all under that Rozay umbrella. And and I think Freeway, when he said Rozay sound gay, I think it really hit a nerve for Ricky Rozay.
Well, he should have chose another name, because in the court of law, that's called identity theft.
Yes.
So if you take my name and brand it and use it, that's identity theft. That's a crime.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And the thing I look at is, both of them, both got brands. As you know, this man got a lemon wing stop, lemon pepper wings. He said, lemon pepper my wings. He's been this is something that he should have seen coming. When I spoke to Rick, he told me, he spoke to him on the phone when he was in prison. He trying to work out something with him because of him using his name. And it's not getting any better. If anything, it's getting worse.
Well, I mean, it's been settled, and dude's been sliding, and Rick has been letting him slide. He's still been using the name, and Rick ain't called him on, because again, here we go with law. That's intellectual property. When you go around and you allow somebody to call, if you allowed somebody to call me Boss Talk 101, and I kept getting away with it. Sooner or later, the buck gotta stop, don't you think?
Absolutely. And it's a trip, but at the end of the day, I don't see this getting any better, because they're not going to stop doing it.
Told him he could not use. The court told him he could not use Ricky Ross. He changed it to Ricky Rozay, whatever the brand is, but he still is using the name in his conferences, in his debates, talking to people. He is still calling himself the boss, Ricky Ross. That's a crime.
Wow. What do you think? Do you think...
If Rick wasn't a stand-up gangster, he shouldn't be suing me.
Well, I think he did go at him about a lawsuit. But let me ask you this: I want you to tell me when the first time you heard of Rick Ross.
Which Rick Ross?
Rick Ross. Period.
I heard about him back in the late 80s, first 90s, or late 80s. His name was ringing in prison, the Freeway Boys, and all I knew was Freeway Rick. But nobody had it. It was so cold, he was like a mystery. Everybody talked about Freeway Rick, but nobody in prison could describe him. Nobody really knew what he looked like. Wow,
that's because he was incognito, right?
I get it, because he wasn't a flashy dude. He wasn't like Waterhead Bo. He wasn't like none of the other gangsters, gang members in L.A. flashing and this and this and that. He wasn't like Michael Conception. He was so low profile that they allegedly, I was not there, said the police made a bus on his dope house one time and let him walk out because they thought he was a crackhead.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep cover.
Don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been hearing the name Freeway Rick. He had Freeway Motels. He had Hoover all lined up. Figueroa. Yeah, they had that sold up back in the day, while that other guy was a federal correction officer in the penitentiary.
Wow. Yeah.
Once a police, always a police.
Wow, man. Guys, I want you to get in the comments and let us know, do you agree with OG? Once a police, always a police. Do you think that Rick Ross and Ricky Rozay will ever be able to sell their differences with this name being shared amongst both of them. Let us know, man. Let us know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share our channel. Boss Talk 101 reviews what a boss is told.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.